Grandmaster Ed Brown. I take this moment to acknowledge Grandmaster Ed Brown. Ed Brown is perhaps one of the greatest karateka that I have ever had the pleasure of knowing. I've known Master Brown. He is Grandmaster, but just to abbreviate, I'll just say Master for now. But I've known him ever since we were both young men, children, in our teens. He began his karate training under the late and great Grandmaster Johnny Lee Jelks. And his studies were Shuri karate. Shuri now. And Grandmaster Jelks was perhaps one of the most humble men that I have ever had the pleasure of knowing. And as the old expression goes, the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree in Ed Brown, because he was indeed, and he is indeed, a chip off of the old block. His instructor, Grandmaster Jelks, that is. Ed, let me say this. Only a few times throughout my relationship with Ed have I ever called him Ed. Most of the time, since I'm from the old school, I would say Master Brown or Kiyoshi Brown. And if I was trying to get his attention at a karate tournament, I would say Ed just to get his name, because to say Grandmaster or Master in your name at the same time is sort of long. But anyway, Ed, also known by many as Frog, because when he was much younger, he'd go to karate tournaments, and in the kumite division, he would hop and switch his stance while he was in motion to throw his opponent off and to time them so he can execute that famous reverse punch of his, or the back fist reverse punch combination sometimes as well. But Ed, I have witnessed them in so many tournaments with his tactical display of stealth as he engaged his opponent and waiting for them to make the wrong move. And he so patiently waited, and he studied them like a chess game, to include myself, because I had stood before him in a sparring session only once in my career against him, and he beat me. But needless to say, he and I are great friends. And I would hope that he feels the same way about me. And he has a very beautiful wife in Lauren. And they are like two peas in the pod. You can't separate them. And they love each other without any doubt. But anyway, I've watched Grandmaster Brown over the years in competition. And as I said before, he is one of the greatest and probably one of the most unsung heroes internationally as it relates to karate competition. But he is one of the greatest karateka, both in kata division and in the sparring division, because 99.9% of the time when he steps on the floor, he walks away with the first place award. That's Grandmaster Brown. And another thing about my friend is that in my earlier karate tournaments that I sponsored, all the way up and to even the present, he always made it a point to come to my tournaments to support me. And I'll never forget that he's always been supportive of me in Stroud's Jinen-Do martial arts events. And Besides being a great competitor, he is a great arbitrator and judge as well. Very impartial and very understanding of bunkai. Uh, he understands martial arts and he is a great teacher. So I just wanted to give a shout out today. And for those that may not know who this young man is, he is my friend. And as I said again, he is a great martial artist through and through. So, Ed, if you're out there, Grandmaster Brown, if you're out there, and you're watching this video, I want you to know that you're being thought of in this moment. And I took the time to acknowledge you because you are more than worthy of this acknowledgement. And keep on doing what you're doing. And believe it or not, you have already gone down in history as one of the greatest. I love you, and Yahweh love you. And I thank all of you all that took the time out of your day to watch this video as I honor and acknowledge my friend, Grandmaster Edward Brown. So long.